Ever wondered how toppers always seem to have the best study hacks, gliding through exams while the rest of us are drowning in textbooks? Well, not everything you hear is true. They walk around with this smug aura, like they've received ancient secrets from the gods of academia. They'll casually say, "Oh, I only studied for an hour," or whisper about one weird trick that guarantees an A+. But what if most of those hacks are complete garbage? What if the real secret to their success is what they're telling you? And their advice is a smokescreen, designed to keep you struggling. That's right. Today we're going full-on Mythbusters, putting these so-called hacks to the ultimate test. We are going to expose the most common, ridiculous, and most damaging lies toppers have been feeding us for years. I've dived into cognitive science, talked to actual learning experts, and I personally tried these terrible strategies so you don't have to. My sleep schedule is still recovering. First up, the legendary myth, pulling the heroic all-nighter. Toppers talk about it like it's a rite of passage, a superpower unlocked with enough energy drinks. But it's a self-destruct button. Your brain needs deep sleep, specifically REM sleep, to move knowledge from short-term to long-term memory. Without it, you're just renting the information, and the lease expires mid-exam. Next, the highlighter obsession. You've seen those textbooks glowing with so much neon, they could be seen from space. Here's the truth. When you highlight everything, you highlight nothing. It creates the illusion of productivity, but it's just noise. Instead, finish a section. Think about the single most important idea, and highlight only that. That's the real signal. The "I can't study without my playlist" excuse. They say it helps them focus, but science says otherwise, especially for music with lyrics. Your brain has limited attentional resources. Adding song lyrics is like asking your brain to listen to two professors at once. The real secret? For many, it's instrumental music, white noise, or the big one, just wearing headphones in silence so people don't interrupt them. Cramming. It feels so productive, so heroic, but it's a high-stakes gamble. The information you force-feed your brain goes into your fragile short-term memory, which is like a leaky bucket. The knowledge steadily drips away. The toppers who claim they crammed, they're lying. They actually used spaced repetition for weeks, reviewing material at increasing intervals. That's building a memory palace, not a house of cards. Behold, the master multitasker, juggling a textbook, a group chat, and a Netflix show. Impressive? Wrong. There's no such thing as multitasking, only costly task switching. Every time you switch focus, your brain has to disengage and then re-engage, costing you time and mental energy. You're not multitasking, you're multi-failing. Then there's the student who can recite a definition word for word, like a parrot. That's rote memorization, and it's incredibly fragile. The moment a professor phrases a question differently or asks you to apply the concept, the system collapses. Real toppers understand the concepts first. When you do that, recall becomes almost effortless. My favorite, the belief that expensive aesthetic stationery is a shortcut to an A. Look, those pastel highlighters and that $10 pen are beautiful, but they won't write the answers for you. This is often productive procrastination, spending hours organizing your desk instead of actually engaging with the material. A cheap pen and a focused mind beats a fancy pen and a distracted one. Let's form a study group. It sounds collaborative, but most groups quickly devolve into social hour. Often one person who prepared ends up teaching everyone else, while the rest just coast. And the person who organized it? They use the session to reinforce their own knowledge by teaching you. They already did the real work alone. Caffeine, the official fuel of students. But it's not a magic potion. Toppers who chug giant energy drinks are playing a dangerous game. Caffeine blocks the sleepiness signals in your brain, but they're still building up. Too much leads to jitters and anxiety, and when it wears off, you're hit with a massive crash. The smart move? One small cup, then switch to water. Finally, the biggest lie. I studied for 10 hours straight. This marathon myth is designed to crush your spirit. The human brain can't maintain peak focus for that long. 2 intensely focused hours using a technique like the Pomodoro method are infinitely more valuable than 10 hours of distracted zombie-like staring. Real top scorers study smart, then go live their lives. So we've busted the all-nighters, the highlighter abuse, the multitasking, and the marathon sessions. We've exposed the lies. Now you know what to do. But what actually works? What are the real evidence-based strategies that top students use? Well, that's what's next. So grab your notebook. A cheap one is fine, because class is officially in session. So let's get real. There are no magical shortcuts or secret potions. The real secret isn't a secret at all. Success comes from working smart, consistently. It's about building a system that respects how your brain actually learns, not just grinding for 10 hours and hoping for the best. Use active recall. Instead of just rereading, force your brain to pull out the information. It's the mental equivalent of lifting weights for your memory. Schedule spaced repetition. Reviewing at increasing intervals tells your brain this information is important and worth keeping. Single task with short, intense blocks. Understand first, facts will stick. Prioritize sleep to consolidate memory. All-nighters actively destroy your recall. Keep caffeine modest. Keep your brain steady. Hydration is more important. Progress is steady, not frantic. If you study in a group, be ruthless. Set a goal and a timer. Use rules that keep it productive, like teach and test, not gossip and snack. Otherwise, go solo and protect your focus. An hour of focused work beats 3 hours of social studying. That 1-hour legend often ends with 8 hours of sleep. Substance beats stationary. If you need sound, choose calm and lyric-free. 3 to 4 focused hours can outperform a 10-hour zombie mode grind. After a certain point, you're just staring at a page. They say tend to intimidate you, or because they're just inefficient. Find what genuinely works for your brain, not someone else's. Take topper tips with a big grain of salt. You can do amazing things without buying into myths. Study smarter, not harder. Next time you hear a study hack, remember, not all that glitters is gold. Real progress is built on solid principles, not flashy tricks. Hit like if you have fallen for any of these, and subscribe for more myth-busting fun. Tell me in the comments which lie surprised you most and which myth I should bust next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Top 10 Topper Lies. Busted. Class dismissed.